Why do poor people stay poor? It's not just bad luck. It's not just low income. It's often because of habits, financial habits, that quietly keep people stuck in the same place year after year. And the truth is, most people don't even realize they are doing it. Let's break it down. Because if you understand these habits, you can break them and finally start building real wealth. First, poor people focus on earning, not keeping. They work hard for money, but money doesn't stay with them. Every time they get paid, it is gone in a few days. Rent, bills, fast food, new clothes, a new phone, all of it disappears. Meanwhile, the rich think differently. They ask one question: how can I make my money work for me? They save, invest, and build systems that generate income, even when they sleep. That's the difference between surviving and growing. Second, poor people chase instant gratification. They want comfort now, not later. They'll spend $300 on sneakers, but won't invest $30 in a book that could change their mindset. They will go out for dinner 5 times a week, but complain they cannot afford stocks or a side hustle. The rich delay pleasure. They sacrifice short-term fun for long-term freedom. That's why their future keeps improving while others stay stuck. Third, poor people avoid talking about money. They think money is stressful, complicated, or not for people like us. But here's the truth: avoiding money conversations keeps you broke. Rich people talk about money all the time. They discuss investments, opportunities, strategies. They ask questions, read books, and get advice. The more you learn about money, the more control you gain over it. Fourth, poor people think a job will make them rich. They rely 100% on a single paycheck. But jobs are designed for stability, not wealth. Even a great salary has limits your time. You can only work so many hours in a day. Rich people build multiple streams of income. They invest in assets, not just effort. They understand that money should never depend on just one source. Fifth, poor people buy liabilities thinking they are assets. They will buy a car they can't afford just to look successful. They will upgrade their phone every year or move into a bigger apartment the moment they get a raise. Meanwhile, the rich buy things that make them money, not things that cost them money. A rental property, a business, an index fund, these are assets. A luxury car, a liability. The goal isn't to look rich. It's to be rich quietly. Sixth, poor people waste small amounts of money. They think it's just $5 doesn't matter. But $5 a day adds up to $150 a month and $1,800 a year. That could be invested. That could be your emergency fund. The rich understand that every dollar has potential. They respect small amounts because they know that is how big wealth begins. Seventh, poor people fear risk too much. They will say, investing is dangerous. But they will spend money on lottery tickets, gambling, or unnecessary things every week. The truth is not investing is the biggest risk of all. Inflation eats your savings. Your job isn't guaranteed. But your money can grow if you give it the chance. Rich people take calculated risks. They study, they learn, they plan, and then they act. Because they know growth never happens inside your comfort zone. Eighth, poor people let emotions control money decisions. When they're sad, they shop. When they're happy, they shop. When they're stressed, they shop. Retail therapy feels good in the moment, but it kills financial stability. Rich people are logical with money. They use emotions for motivation, not decision-making. They buy with purpose, not feelings. Ninth, poor people do not track their money. Ask them how much they spent last month. They don't know. Ask them where their paycheck went. They can't tell you. If you do not control your money controls you. Rich people budget. They know exactly where every dollar goes. They analyze, adjust, and improve month after month. Because awareness creates power. 10th, poor people hang around other broke people. If your friends are always complaining about being broke, partying every weekend, and avoiding responsibility, you will do the same. Your environment shapes your behavior. Rich people surround themselves with ambition. They talk to people who think big, who invest, who create, who inspire. That energy rubs off and it changes everything. 11th, poor people believe rich people got lucky. They think wealth is all about inheritance or privilege. But most millionaires today are self-made. They didn't win the lottery, they played the long game. They made mistakes, learned, and kept going. Instead of saying, must be nice, they said, how can I do that too? That small shift in mindset makes all the difference. 12th, poor people do not have a long-term plan. They live month to month. No goals, no vision, no strategy. If you do not tell your money where to go, it disappears. Rich people set goals, clear, measurable goals. They plan for 5, 10, 20 years ahead. They think in decades, not days. And because they plan, they win. 13th, poor people blame the system, not themselves. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, opportunities aren't equal. But blaming the system doesn't fix your wallet. Action does. Rich people take responsibility for their financial future. They don't wait for politicians, bosses, or luck. They build, adapt, and keep moving forward. 14th, poor people do not invest in themselves. They stop learning after school. They don't read books, take courses, or build new skills. But in today's world, skills equal money. The more you learn, the more you earn. Rich people are lifelong learners. They're constantly upgrading their knowledge because they know the world keeps changing. So what is the truth? The difference between poor and rich, it isn't just income, it's mindset. It's the daily habits that decide your future. And the good news is, habits can change. Start small. Track your expenses. Invest even $20 a month. Read one book about money. Avoid impulse spending. Surround yourself with people who talk about growth, not gossip. And most importantly, believe that you can change your story. Because wealth doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time through consistency, patience, and smart choices. You don't have to make millions to escape poverty. You just have to make better decisions, one step at a time. Money's not about luck, it's about behavior. And when you change your behavior, your results will follow. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Because the cycle of poverty can end with knowledge, action, and belief. Your future self will thank you.